I think out of these 10 plus years of experience, and especially being almost 5 plus years now in the CIO role as well, what could you share with the audience that could be some lessons learned or some roadblocks, that you had to surmount, or some difficulties that you found on the way of this entire digital transformation journey? And where do you think you are at? Do you think it's completed? There's a lot more to do.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about that for a few minutes. Yes.
So, there's a whole bunch to talk about here, obviously. But I think if I were to pick out one key thread, the thing that we're really trying to do in medicine is reduce unnecessary variation in how we care for patients. So there is a best way, for instance, to manage things like pneumonia or sepsis or hip fractures or prenatal screening or a delivery in obstetrics. There are best practices in all of these areas. And one of the biggest tools that any healthcare organization has to drive consistency and encourage all members of the care team, doctors, nurses, therapists, of all stripes, to practice consistently is by having everyone on the same platform with a common set of tools and visibility into patients so that we can get data to, speak to that variation. If you're all on different platforms, if you're all, the eastern half of the country uses this and the northern half of the country uses this, you're always going to be fighting that. So you've got to get everyone on the same playing field, not just, so that you have that common situational awareness of a given patient or a given part of your organization, but it really is the way that you can get to consistency. There's so many tools in electronic medical record systems that can help drive that. And I think if we don't do that and we continue to permit unwanted, unnecessary variation, then we're never going to get cost under control, and we're never going to have best practices done everywhere the way they should be. So we've gotten that common platform, and we are very far down the road in terms of driving towards consistency, but that's a never-ending journey, and it's still, something that we are definitely working on as a system.